So the first thing you're going to do to sign into Webassign is go to webassign.net and then click on this red login up here in the corner. That will take you to the sign-in screen where you're going to put your email address and your password. Miko Hardy is my dog, and I had to get him a yahoo.com account so I could enroll him in the class for the purpose of making this video. But I lied about his age because I didn't know if they would give an email address to a 2-year-old. So you will use your main.edu email. And for a password, use BeHappy120 with the B and the H capitalized. Like with all passwords, it's case sensitive. And note that on the syllabus, it says a password of BeHappy, lowercase. So don't use that. They got fancier, and so they forced me to put capital letters and numbers in it. So this is the password you should use this semester. And after you enter your password, you can click sign in. And that will take you to a screen that looks like this. And everybody has a trial access that ends September 14. So you can use Webassign for the first 2 weeks without paying for it. Now, if you do click ready to purchase review options, it's kind of annoying because you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. You don't want the first one that says $119. You want to, and then there's another option after that. You want to go down to the cheapest one all the way at the bottom. That's $22.95. But you can skip that for now and just go right to the trial access and click on this picture right here. And when you click on that, it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. And you'll see the first assignment down here. But before we go to that, you'll want to get started by setting up your notifications. And if you click on the bell, it will take you to a screen that looks like this. You'll want to be reminded when an assignment is due. I would recommend checking 48 hours. That will give you 2 days, so if you have questions, you'll have time to ask them. And you'll also want to check your notifications here. Notify me by email when my instructor. You probably want to be notified if I change a due date. You definitely want to be notified if I answer a extension request or if I answer and ask your teacher message. So more on those two things later. And if there's a different email that you would rather be notified at rather than your main.edu, you can use this tab to enter that information. After you take care of your notifications, you can come back to this screen and click on Calculator Practice Assignment, which will take you to this screen. If you enter an incorrect answer, you will get a red X. And when you enter a correct answer, you will get a green check. If you do not get a green check, first try just re-entering the numbers in your calculator. Double check the problem to make sure you are using the correct numbers that are given in the problem. So most of the problems that you're going to be doing are what you would think of as word problems. So you're going to want to make sure that you've identified the correct numbers in the problem that you need to use. Look at similar problems in the book and in your notes and refresh your memory as to how we did those. And then if you're still stuck, ask for help. You can do this by coming to office hours, and you can also do this through Webassign. And we'll look at that on the next screen. And then you can always go on and try another problem while you're waiting for an answer. What you should not do is just start, entering random numbers and hoping that one of them sticks. Do not spend 2 hours just going around and round in circles before you ask for help. Life is too short for that. You can try another problem. They're not in order of difficulty, and it may just be that you've done something weird about the numbers in that one problem, and you'll be fine on the next problem. So if you click on Ask Your Teacher, it's going to pop up a little space where you can enter essentially what is a text message. So if you have a relatively short question that can be asked in a text message, this is a good way. I generally check these in the evening. I can't guarantee that you'll get an answer right away. I will guarantee that you'll get an answer within at least one day. But I'm not logged in all the time, so it won't be necessarily instantaneous. There's not a wizard behind the curtain. This is actually me that is checking these and answering the questions. Another thing that you can do is if you do eventually get the problem correct, but you want to make sure that you've got it, and so you want to try a different problem that's similar but with different numbers, you can click on Practice Another and it will give you the same problem with different numbers. I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but in all these numeric problems, everybody will have different numbers. So your assignment will be different than everybody else's assignment, and you will have different answers. Now, every time you log in until you pay, it's going to remind you, purchase access now. The one you want to purchase and put in your cart is the one that says Webassign Homework Instant Access Generic. That is $22.95. And then you can start secure checkout. And that will bring you to a screen that looks like this. Same kind of thing you see when you purchase anything online. You will need a credit card to do this. If you don't have a credit card, we can purchase these scratch card things through the bookstore, but that's more expensive. So you're better off just getting a friend that has a credit card and giving them the $23. Let me know if you have any sort of problem with that, and we can see about ordering it through the bookstore. And I think that wraps up the information that I was going to share about logging into Webassign. And let me know if you have any questions.